it goes. You never ever know about the NWO. Deep behind enemy lines for October 14th, 2020. It's 4:20 p.m. Sunspot alert. Space weather forecasters issue a sunspot alert. Major headlines. New NASA study now focuses on cosmic evolution. More Earth changes and geopolitical upheaval. And another update to the New World Order. From the No Link News Desk. Move over, harp-tards. You'll not see this earthquake prediction or earthquake news from Doomsday Dumbass Disinfo Dutchie's Magic 3D Earthquake Crystal Ball first. So in case you miss it, or you want to wait around for sloppy seconds from Dumbass Disinfo Doomsday Dutchie, let's get to the science of things today. Yeah, interesting news. Yeah, breaking at this news desk. Just to let you know, back in 1998, I was listening to the radio show Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell, and Mitch Petros caught my attention, and, well, ever since, I've been on a journey learning all kinds of interesting things on the topic of cosmic rays, charged particles, and the mysterious fifth element. And on this Coast to Coast radio show with Art Bell, Mitch Petros shocked the global warming Agenda 21 community with his space weather forecast equation. And it went something like this. Those charged particles or cosmic rays and the galaxy sun-earth connection are all connected to this mysterious fifth element in the five elements of nature. So, as we now know, over all these years, since 1998, for the last 22 years, I've been educating everyone and bringing you all up to speed how sunspots trigger solar flares. Solar flares trigger the Earth's magnetic field to weaken. A weakening Earth's magnetic field triggers the Earth's core to heat, triggers ocean streams to shift, triggers jet stream currents to shift, and shifting jet stream currents and shifting ocean stream currents trigger extreme weather and human disruption. So once again, today's top headline, moving in and bringing you up to speed. Yes, sirree. You never know here at No Link News that solar spots have been spotted, yes, sirree, on the sun. Once again, bringing it back to life after over a month of sleep. We never know here at No Link News, bringing you, well, an insight on this I'll be talking about here in just a moment. No doubt about it. At spaceweather.com, Tony Phillips issued a sunspot alert. A new sunspot is emerging near the sun's southeastern limb. Its magnetic polarity marks it as a member of the new solar cycle 25. As many have already said, and experts in NASA have already forecasted, we're going to see sunspot activity increase in the years ahead. Astronomers with safe solar telescopes can look for the minor B-class solar flares as more solar flares are likely in the hours ahead. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yes, sirree. Hold on. I'm gonna switch over here to this scene. Tap, click, flip, move. All right. Push that, take that off. Now. Oh man, now let me see. We're at the window. Give me a second here. I have to adjust all this so you can see what I mean. Yeah. Bring this up here like this. There we go. Transition like that. There we go. Now you see in the background. Over the last, since it looks like 10, over the last 14 hours, solar activity from this sunspot that is now emerging on the sun is producing B-class solar flares. And over the last 6 hours, we've seen some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I mean, along from like 9 until, well, at least 8 hours of solar activity in the B class. Well, maybe we'll take it down. We'll take it down to 6 hours. Okay. During a 6 hour period, we had a stretch of B class solar activity. So we'll go here, click off this data, and show it. Bring this up to speed. You can see, maybe behind me here, oh, I'm going to have to adjust that, aren't I? You can't see that. Transition it over there. Now you'll see it. This is an image of that sunspot producing B-class solar flare activity. There on the left of the sun, there, just above my left fingertips, you'll see the bright white lighted area of coronal mass activity. Maybe I don't have that term right, but it's, you know. Let me see if I can go to Soho. I have had a hard time. Oh, yeah, look at that combo. Can I get that to pop up and work? No, it's not supported. Dang it. Dang it anyhow. I wanted to see that. That was a heck of a good picture, wasn't it? Yeah, we'll put this out. We can view that, can't we? And then we can expand that like that. There you go. There's a close-up I can get. Best I can show you of the B-class solar flare activity ejected from the sun today. What does this all mean? Interesting news. Yeah, I think I'm a little slow, and I'm sure dumbass disinfo Doomsday Dutchie is going to be too a little slow on this news. But over here, we'll go back here. NASA on October 8th published an article. They did. Now they are looking at sunspots and helping NASA understand major flares and life around other stars. Yes. Did you know that? Yeah. Let's transition over this back to here and let you understand what I think, Mitch Petros just been once again validated in his research and space weather equation. Yeah. NASA's extensive fleet of spacecraft allows scientists to study the sun extremely close up. One of the agency's spacecraft is even on its way to fly through the sun's outer atmosphere. But sometimes taking a step back can provide a new insight. Yeah. Mitch Petros had a lot of support and credentials from NASA scientists in his research, just to let you know, Doomsday Dumbass Touchy. But in a new study, scientists looked at sunspots, darkened patches of the sun caused by its magnetic field at low resolution, as if they were trillions of miles away. What resulted was a new simulated view of distant stars, which can now help us understand the mysterious fifth element and its connection to the condition for life on planets orbiting other stars. What do you know about the mysterious fifth element, Doomsday Dumbass Disinfo Dutchie? I want you to realize, maybe those that out there listening today can be brought up to speed to understand that there's this ether they call that permeates all space in the universe. Some of them, some people call it dark matter. And then, of course, we realize that in this desolate universe, it could all be vaporized in an instant, not with directed energy weaponry, Doomsday Dumbass Dutchie, but with, guess what? Dark energy. That's what many are claiming occurs when the collision or the evolution of the sun when it finally dies out and implodes. So, we can now see that stellar activity and the conditions for life on planets and stars, and what we now know and see is studying sunspots in cosmic evolution. We now can resolve, and Shin Toriumi, the lead author of the new study from NASA and scientist at the Institute of Space and Astronomical Science at JAXA, quote, says, "So we used the solar data as if it came from a distant star to have a better connection between solar physics and stellar physics," unquote. Sunspots are often precursors to solar flares. These intense outbursts of energy from the surface of the sun. So monitoring sunspots is important to understand why and how solar flares occur. Additionally, understanding the frequency of flares on other stars, this goes back to the science of cycles and the cycles of the sunspots. Once again, play a key understanding the chance of harboring life. Having a few flares may help build up complex molecules of RNA and DNA from simpler building blocks. But too many strong flares can strip entire atmospheres, rendering a planet uninhabitable. There we go, Doomsday Dutchie. Did you know, dumbass, that the sun is a directed energy weapon, dummy? So you want to see what's going to happen in the next few days or next few years? Now we know that a sunspot alert's been issued by space weather forecaster today. Want to see what happens in the next few years? As scientists worry we could see our entire atmosphere wiped out by a super solar flare? So the sunspot effect on the solar atmosphere from our sun may be many who deny in the global warming community as the major factor in climate change, but I'm here to show you now today NASA scientists have flip-flopped and now changed their mind and now say, yep, that light from the sun does actually change the Earth's climate. So there we go. You never know. For No Link News, the sun is our closest star. And so the new study published in the Astrophysical Journal is simply moving forward towards what many scientists who, well, in the alternative news media, like Mitch Petros, for example, have never been found credible enough and been isolated from these elitist, snobby groups. So, anyhow, you never know. Look at Doomsday Dumbass Dutchie. He can't get nobody to believe his bullshit, can they? So far, the best case scenario at studying these events, scientists find, however, the sunspot group near the edge of the sun is rotating today, and soon, in a few days, may be producing some B-class or maybe even larger solar flares as the sunspot grows and potentially is a threat at Earth-directed intense solar flare activity. But yeah, it's going to be widely visible, and scientists are right now preparing for the increase of sunspot activity for the next 4 years, Doomsday Dumbass Dutchie. So you can expect to see the sunspots peak here in 2024, 2025, and discover that, well, maybe like back in 2011, your earthquakes like Japan, dummy, might provide an example of when the big one will happen. Or, we might go even further back to when, Chile had the big one. You never know. But hey, however, the scientists have unexpectedly discovered that the Earth is heating up from the sunlight. Who am I to point this dumb shit out to dumbass Disinfo Dutchie and all those other crackpot fucking global warming, Agenda 21, United Nations Sustainable Development Committee? Maybe they ought to stick their heads up their ass, because for these best case scenarios, studying sunspots and understanding how multiple sunspots, when they increase, may increase the likelihood of bigger earthquakes, Dutchie. Maybe you don't understand why we haven't had any big earthquakes lately, because there haven't been a lot of sunspots. So those out there spotting them sunspots may in fact help scientists be able to predict and study how cosmic evolution and the distribution of life in the universe. Yeah. As I observe these X-rays, ultraviolet wavelengths, cosmic rays, charged particles, and electromagnetic radioactive energy, the mysterious fifth element is turned up to be the key identity of those that fuel the stars. Yeah. Who am I pointing out? Mysterious element. Yeah, fifth element. Mysterious Mayan fifth element is coming up and going to be known as the big explosion of light event. Followed by darkness someday, written in the scriptures. You never know. For No Link News, Patriot Broadcasting and Liberty Tree Radio Field Reporter number 8510. God bless the Republic. Death to the New World Order. We are on the march. The Empire is on the run. We shall prevail.